Alright guys, we're out hunting for Halloween, and I've been hunting for a while. I started actually in June, and it's been going really well. I've found some really cool stuff, so I'm excited about that. I literally spent one entire week working on unpacking and decorating our cabin. It's taking a lot longer than it did last year because I'm really being thoughtful and curating everything as much as possible. So really just looking to do a little bit more thoughtful decor. I love Halloween. It's our favorite holiday. There's only 2 times of the year for us, Halloween and not Halloween. My 10-year-old, who's about to be 11, she totally revamped her room this year and went from being girly girl, loving pink most all of her life, to now she's changed completely over to creepy time. So her entire bedroom is all creepy, and she's got some really cute things we found from an artist on Instagram, Gus Fink. I think it's Halloween Horror on Instagram. That's right. She's one of the many people I follow. Her daughter does some really cool creepy stuff, so we bought something from her. And then just Harry Potter still. We did a Harry Potter themed Halloween party last year, and that was a lot of fun. I'm an artist and crafter, so I'm always making things, and I like to try to make as much of our Halloween decor as possible, but I do get bit by the Halloween goblin and get complete Halloween brain and still go shopping everywhere for all the fun stuff. This year I'm mostly trying to collect plates, serving dishes, things like that, because I don't have as much of that. I try to always do, I like seasonal plates, but mostly I try to keep a basic plate neutral and then add some fun Halloween stuff for decor, because I think it just kind of adds to the fun of the Halloween whole thing and makes your parties a little bit more fun. And also, I like using a lot of vintage. I have a ton of vintage pieces, and we don't keep them in the curio cabinet or grandma style. We like to really use that stuff. So that's it right now. I am gonna head over to the post office, and then we'll hit up Home Goods, TJ Maxx. Tuesday morning, I was there a few weeks ago, and they had some stuff. I'm kind of my love affair of Tuesday morning is kind of over with. Most of the stuff I buy from Tuesday morning, the quality is not really good. And I don't like a lot of cheap resin things unless it's just really well done. And if I really like it, I'll repaint it. I did find a haunted house, very 80s style ceramic. I'll insert a picture of that. And I've had it for like 2 weeks now, and I keep thinking, I'm going to return this, which I would never, ever return Halloween stuff. I love it so much. I don't even care if it's bad Halloween. It's like bad pizza. It's still good. But I think I'm going to repaint it. I think it kind of just reminds me of really badly done 80s Halloween stuff. But it's a haunted house, and I collect haunted houses. So we'll see what I find, and I'll let you know. There wasn't much at this Tuesday morning, just a bunch of very cutesy wreaths, and not loving any of these yet. Also, big shout out to Jay the Libra, who I found her last year because of Lair Voltaire. I was listening to him nonstop last year. He did a collab with her, a shopping collab. I loved it. I just thought they were adorable together. And I don't know why she fell off my radar after that, but then I found her again this Halloween, or this June really. I was sort of looking for YouTubers that are Halloween obsessed like me, and I'm having so much fun binge watching all of her videos. She's amazing, so entertaining, so funny. Love her whole aesthetic. Kudos to her and anyone in that generation who has really just embraced their emo goth looks. I've always been kind of an inner goth, and love I've always dressed in black. I still always dress in black. I always dressed in black, and always listen to, mostly I'm an 80s teenage I was a teenager in the 80s, so most of my stuff was like alternative, indie, definitely more, what's the word? Not really, wasn't really into punk, but more, well, you know, my brain is getting older now and I can't remember words. It's a problem. But listen to like Echo and the Bunnymen, and most of the places that we went to during that time were not, we didn't have raves quite then, but we had a lot of really fun punk rock inspired clubs. First wave, new wave, that kind of more kind of just that whole 80s, just alternative music. Did like a lot of popular music too, but mostly I've always sort of skewed edgy and grungy. But I was a mom really young in my life, and I always kind of tried to fit a more normal look and I didn't really dress goth, even though you could probably have said I was kind of goth because I dressed in black all the time, but I didn't really embrace the whole culture. I just didn't have time. I had 2 babies to take care of, and I worked full time as a florist, and that's a very hectic business to be in. Okay, so I'm here at the post office, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, we're back. Poor lady at the post office, their system went down and she couldn't get the package to scan and had to reboot everything. But I got something really cute for Halloween. They're actually Day of the Dead stamps. I asked her if they had any Halloween stamps, so I'm looking for those. I may have to order those online. I am going to stop and get a tasty beverage from Sonic and then head on back out. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, leaving Sonic. I heard they had the Pickle Juice slushy, and normally that I love dill pickle anything. Like I'll buy anything dill pickle. So we're gonna give it a try. Normally I only get cherry limeades from Sonic because that's my favorite. And I just recently learned they had a lemon. Don't worry, it's okay. I have a new holder. It's a magnet and it works really good most of the time, but I have an iPhone 12. It's kind of bigger and it's sometimes. So, all right, let's try it. Let's get our reaction to this. Okay, it's like a dill flavored lemonade. I bet you that's what it is. Pickle juice and a lemonade. It's not bad. It's kind of refreshing. It's really overcast here. I live in freaking swamp ass land in Louisiana. It's been a super hot summer, and OMG, it hadn't rained in a bit, and now it's rained, I guess, 4 days solid, and the humidity is next level. Although I don't mind it too much, it's good for the skin, and my flowers and plants are loving it. But oh dear, it gets really humid. You're just a sweaty mess. I almost just don't want to even bother with hair and makeup. Really looking forward to cooler days, as we all are in the Halloween community especially. But like Jade the Libra says, she turns her air conditioning down to October. I thought that was so cute. I am doing a few errands, run around, see what I can find, and I'll get back to you guys, and then I'll show you guys what I have found so far and what I'm decorating with. This cutie I found at Home Goods, and I loved it because it is a candy bowl with 3 ghosts on a pumpkin, and one of the little ghosts has a pink bow in her hair, and I bought this to give to my son and his wife because he's got a twin boy and girl and then an older boy, and I thought the 3 little ghosts just represented them so well. It's very cute, and I think it was about $16.99. Nice little piece. It's a resin piece. It's a little more cutesy style than I personally like for my decor, but really those three little ghosts just sealed the deal for me. So I picked that up for them. Okay, let me clarify. I know I said I didn't like cutesy, but I definitely like vintage, old school, whimsical, eerie cutesy. And I especially like the Joanna Parker and Bethany Lowe reproduction pieces that they're doing. I think they're so cute. This is a little cookie jar that I picked up online. Love it, ticks all the boxes for me, and it goes right with my vintage kitchen decor. Raspberry lemonade wafers for the kids. Okay, I literally lost my damn mind over pillows this season, that is for sure. I bought way too many pillows, and this pillow in particular, I saw early June at Home Goods. Loved it because I do embroidery, but I don't like too much words on things, on pillows especially. So cute. I didn't buy it, and then I had that reverse buyer's remorse where I was wishing I had bought it. So found someone reselling it, of course, online, and I went ahead and purchased it. I don't know what it is about this pillow. It's something nostalgic for me, I think. More on pillows in a moment. Okay, can we talk about this piece? I found this not today, but a few weeks ago, actually, at the Home Goods in North Plano. It's a suburb of Dallas. I had gone there to pick up my daughter from the airport. She'd been at her grandmother's all summer. And we just decided we'd stop into that Home Goods because I only have one Home Goods here in our area. And they usually have in the bigger, metroplexes, nicer things at those Home Goods. So I fell in love with this. I had to have him. He was beautiful. He's made out of metal, and I think he's just outstanding. It's sort of like a jack-o'-lantern spirit ghost witch thingy. It's a greeter, and it's at our front door. Y'all, it's so good. Okay, I guess I should tell you a little bit about myself too. So I wanted to be an artist my whole life. Since I was a little girl, I've drawn and painted and thought I was going to be a fashion designer. And that didn't pan out. I did get accepted to go to a school, but I also got pregnant in high school, and that's a whole nother story. I have two wonderful children from when I was very young, and I was a teenager basically. And then I remarried later in my life, and I had another child, and right now I have 4 total children, 3 biologically that are my own, and one stepdaughter who I've been raising since she was 2. So I consider her my daughter, and she considers me her mom. She doesn't have a relationship with her mother, and that's a whole nother story for another time. But I always wanted to be an artist, and so I started doing art when I was going to college, and then I began working at a flower shop, and I was 19 years old with 2 babies working at a flower shop. And I did pretty good. I was pretty talented at it, actually. It was sort of natural for me. I realize now why. It's because I'm just a crafter. I like working with my hands. When you do flowers, it's very therapeutic. It's also very stressful, but it's a natural progression, and it's instant gratification. When you do a floral arrangement as an artist, you have like an immediate arrangement that you see, that you get happiness in. It's something that you made, and you give it to the client like right away, and they love it, and so you get a lot of feedback. And I built a lot of confidence doing that. And I also really just enjoyed it as just from an artistic aesthetic. I'm gonna put this down because I wanted to create, and it just gave me that outlet. And I tried going to college to get a degree in art while I was doing that and having 2 babies and working full-time, and that was very hard. So I only did that for 2 years when I finally just kind of went into being a full-time florist. I opened up my own flower shop when I was 35. I think I was 35. I have to do the math on that. Math is not my strong suit. And I did that in Plano, Texas. I had a shop there for 7 or 8 years, and then I the man that I remarried, who was actually from Hollywood, of all places, he was from California and wanted to move back to California, and I'd always wanted to work in the floral industry in California, so I was like, yeah, let's go. My older two children were grown at that time and wanted to stay in Texas, so me and my then 2-year-old son and him, we moved to California. And again, another story for another day. So I've always been an artistic, creative person, but I stayed in the floral industry for over 30 years. I retired and then divorced him, married husband number 3. And we have been together for 8 years. We actually just got married New Year's Eve this past year, but we moved to Louisiana. And I am from Dallas, Texas. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I went to high school in Arkansas. And this seemed like the natural place for us to move. It's northern part of Louisiana. It's near the Shreveport area, not the cool part where, you know, New Orleans and Baton Rouge and all that is, but still, it's closer to home. I love it here. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. We moved from very dry, dusty California for the most part, even though we live near the beach, to great greenery, luscious, just everything. Okay, I'm turning in here and I will get back to you guys later. Hey guys, so I'm back home now. It was a nice day driving around. I love this weather. It's rainy and overcast, which is my favorite. In August in the South, you can start telling the seasonal change because it starts raining a lot and you know it's about to be fall. I think my last clip was a little confusing when I was talking about my marriage. I was a teenage mother. I had 2 children with 1 boy when I was 17 and 19. He and I tried to work it out. We stayed together for a couple of years, but honestly, we were just too young. I stayed pretty much single until I was 28. I had 1 significant long-term relationship. And then I met my youngest son's father when I was 28. He was from California, Hollywood specifically. And when we got together, he had been expressing that he wanted to move back home. And so when we got married, we were married for 10 years, but we didn't have our child until I had several miscarriages. That's another story. But we didn't have our child until we'd been married for about 8 years. When he was 2, we moved to California, and then pretty soon after that, I left him and then stayed in California for my son, and I've been there this whole time. And that is where I met my current husband, who we just got married this past year, New Year's. Yeah. And we've been together for 8 years, and he's wonderful. And that is where I have my 4th child, who is my stepdaughter. But I really consider her my child, and she considers me her mom. So that's my little story. If y'all are ever interested in hearing more about my life, I will definitely tell you about that later, but I think you're here for Halloween content and all that. But I found some good things, and I'm gonna post again. This is my first real YouTube video. It took me forever to edit, so you know, it's fun, and I really enjoy all the YouTubers that share Halloween content. I've learned so much from them and from this community, and I really look forward to making friends here. So thanks for listening, and I will post some more stuff, okay? Bye. A little footnote here. Once again, this is the piece I'm on the fence about. If you guys would like to see me give it a proper prop makeover, let me know in the comments and I will be happy to oblige. And happy Halloween hunting, everyone.